life right now, over this weekend, it's going to work out, especially. You're going to find out, you're going to hear, you might even get some of what you want mixed in with what you need, okay? You're definitely being watched over. Your message here is to have patience, keep the faith, stay in balance, stay in alignment, don't worry, don't have fear, don't doubt yourself, just know that all is well. All is well. Could be sad, too. All is well with the universe, all is well, and will be well in your world, whatever's going on. Yeah, and things are going to progress. Things are going to move forward. I'm telling you. Absolutely. Keep your eye on the prize, Virgo. Whatever you're doing. This is an energy, they're giving me like, you're going to come up smelling like roses, okay? That's the biggest message that I'm getting. This thing is going to work out, okay? This thing is going to work out. It could have something to do with relocating or even getting that approval for a new vehicle or selling a vehicle, getting a new job, relocating, traveling. There's some kind of action and change that's before you, some type of journey. Get ready. Somebody here is watching out. It's going to put all, so I'm hearing like it's going to set everything up and remove all the obstacles for you to get where you need to go. I love it. That's a great way to start.
No, be gone.
Right? Great way to start. Okay, now you have to communicate. So you've got compromise, forgive, work it out. Okay. So there's some type of communication between two people. Looks like through text. There's going to be a compromise. There's going to be forgiveness. Hopes two people are going to be able to work something out here. Let's take a look. All right. Justice. Libran energy. Fairness. Win-win solution. Coming in through some type of communication. There's truth that comes out. Might have something to do with a heartbreak. Okay. Something about some type of heartbreak or divorce or separation. There's going to be talk. Yep, and a potential new start of growth. Seeds get planted and growth. There's a new start happening here over this weekend. Okay? Might be like a divorce. There's a settlement. Going to be able to work things out through a divorce settlement. Money. Okay? Things are going to get settled. Finding out about that this weekend. Being able to start over any kind of breakup or argument. There might be something to do also with like somebody might be needing to. There might be something to do with surgery on the leg. Surgery on the leg, okay? Or a limb, I should say limb. Not necessarily a leg, just a limb or a finger, a digit. Something's going to work out, okay? Settlement in court as well. Pick up court settlement for maybe an injury. Everything's going to be okay. As far as the relationship, like I said, there's going to be compromise, communication, fairness in regards to, like I said, some kind of heartbreak, divorce, loss, paper, arguments, third party, whatever it is. Things are going to work out, okay? So they also have like maybe some of you, or some
Holy crap. Hey, what are you doing? Lame. Well,
You know,
Navigo.
they're very secure. But if you want security, you're good with that. You're like, yeah, that's okay. But at the same time, fine. So, now that it's, like, I don't want to, I'm not too old now. I can't teach them all new tricks. I'm trying to learn new things. I'll get money on the job. I'll do it. I'm doing this place. That's fine. Go ahead. But if that's not you, then you're like, no, I gotta break out. I gotta be like the universe, break out through the other side of this. It's inner work, you complicate here before you can move on. You should be able to say, however, that's so like a preacher. It's strategy. You need step by step plan, attack, observation, is level, devices, sometimes already ready to go. Execute. Don't learn each other. Science, somewhat like a mentor. Help you strategize, prepare a business, provide like we say, stick with those who love something for our fun. Surround yourself with people who are heading in your direction. Don't surround yourself with people who are not, because they're going to push you down. They'll hold you back. Everybody, take time to recharge your energy and get back on track this weekend. Challenges that require you to have faith and break through. In your garden, you through this.
Oh, you want some? Well, do ya? Hey, uh-huh.
Cool. I like this little guy.
Pray and ask your guardian angels and you will receive it within 3 weeks. So, I did that. Monica Linus. I got her name. I have no idea who she is, but she's there. So, I'm getting really that's what you want to do. One, you'll start looking. It's okay to look for better work. Do some deep research. Very good. Really satisfying. Listen, let me just tell you a fact.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
And I wasn't making any money. Certain weekends to vets. Let me just tell you, I worked so hard. And it was like long hours, like 12 p.m. to like 10 or 11 at night. And hard getting out of work at night. You know, family. I was helping with the kids. And then one day, I'm working at a I was starting to get a third one on the table. And I get sick of your ass. I said, "What's the story, Mom?"
Kilala. Kilala. Come on.
that's probably really not the message. The message is when you stay focused on what you're doing, task in front of you, that tunnel vision, you will win. It's the end. It doesn't matter how fast you're going. Like I say, unless you're running an actual race, but if you keep looking to the side, you're going to be worried and panicked and nervous, and you lose focus. The key to winning is to be focused. To have laser focus, walk with persistence, and stay steady. Forward, right? I feel like turbo right now, that's your message here. It doesn't matter, it's not about how fast you go, it's about that you just keep going. Okay, notice that the flamingo. So, hey, take flamingo. Show them how it goes. They put out in your yard. Have a fantastic weekend. Love you guys very much. I will see you guys on Bye.
Shit. kilala. Snowy. Yara, hush. Damn. Hush your beautiful Kilala mouth. Alexa, set a timer for 8.
8 minutes. Starting now.
Alexa, stop timer.
8 minutes on cancel.
Alexa, set a timer for 8 a.m.
Second alarm set for 8 a.m.
Farmersville Green Man. The Farmersville Green Man sighting was an extraterrestrial encounter reported near Farmersville, Texas in May 1913. Clyde, Sid, and Sylvie Latham, while working on their farm, were alerted by their dogs into distress barking. Investigating the source, they discovered a small, green humanoid creature no taller than 18 inches, cornered by their dogs. The creature, described as having a rubbery texture and dark green skin, wore only a small hat resembling a sombrero, which seemed fused to its skin. The entity's arms hung down by its side, and it exhibited no reaction to the boys or the dogs. Before the boys could reach it, though, the dogs attacked the creature, tearing it to shreds and removing the organs and red blood. The incident quickly ended, and the boys continued their work until the creature returns to the scene, where the dogs' continued fear and the eventual disappearance of any remains. This encounter became a family tradition, recounted by Sylvie's grandson to the Senate before research for COFOS, although a detailed transcript of an interview conducted by later sessions of COFOS with Sylvie Latham has since been lost. Fear of Yakuor. In Scottish folklore, the entity known as An Fia Yakuor, or the Green Man of Bengal, is described as a mysterious presence that haunts the secret passes of Belgium, the high speed of the Canary Wharves, and the second high speed of the British Isles. Despite numerous accounts of encounters with this entity, actual sightings are pretty rare. The first time we experienced from J. Norman Colby, a respected hiker and professor, in 1925 encountered the incident in 1891. Holly described hearing additional footsteps near his own, each step echoing with an unnatural crunch, as if something large was trailing him. Overwhelmed by terror, he fled the scene, a decision that he reflected caused a wave of public interest, causing others to share their own experiences. Like, for example, Hugh D. Walsh and his brother, during a 1904 expedition, reported similar auditory phenomena, being slurred footsteps, accompanied by the busy sense of their falling. The narrative expanded further with the experiences of the extension in 1945, engaged in rescue operations during World War II. The German encountered hearing these noises, the encouragement of mist, and a feeling of constriction around his neck. His comrade, Richard Ferre, later stated a sensation of an utterly abstract but intensely real presence on the mountain, complemented by highly signal points. The mystery deepened even further though with Alexander Keelan's encounter in 1942, published in 1958. Keelan, a naturalist of mountaineer, described being engulfed by mist at the summit, hearing loud footsteps, and sensing a weird shape approaching. In a more dramatic way, he fired at the figure, which persisted in its approach, prompting a hasty retreat. Microterrestrials in Malaysia. In Wikipedia Jam about the moon Malaysia on August 28, 1970, the weird encounter took place involving two boys and a group of really small extraterrestrial beings. Basically, it's one of the boys, moved by curiosity, that took the location even further visited by really full study. There, they encountered a round object on the ground, surrounded by several moving figures. These beings were described as ugly and 19 inches tall. During an attempt by one boy to capture a being, the situation escalated when Hubert used a weapon, was a lethal gun, and fired at the boy, injuring his hand. The capture quickly singled that day. Later that day, one of the initial witnesses came across a silver small UFO near his school. From this spot, there was 5 irregular footmarks, including a distinct leader who is in yellow and bearing horn-like protrusions on its head, differing from the others in blue uniforms. This leader proceeded to incapacitate the boy with a shot from its weapon, resulting in unconsciousness and a mysterious red mark upon regaining consciousness. The South Phuket Mertijao thought someone missed a UFO flap, as more children reported sightings of the small beings. Two of the boys observed 2 creatures don yellow suits, one missing an arm and brandishing a small gun. Despite attempts to capture them though, these managed to evade capture. And the detail that only children witnessed these beings draw some parallels to other folklore and modern literature where or otherworldly entities are primarily visible to children. This narrative basically touches on how children possess a certain innocence or openness that allows them to perceive phenomena hidden from adults. Wyoming Woman in Black. In Melrose, Massachusetts, near the Wyoming Cemetery, a haunting tale of the Wyoming Woman in Black has been circulating for some time among the locals. This being is described as a morning figure, draped head to toe in black, with a face obscured by a veil. One notable encounter with this apparition was recorded by John Willard and his friends, who, after watching a softball game at the Pine Banks Park, which borders the cemetery, decided to take a shortcut in the cemetery. When they arrived on the street gate, their attention was drawn to a flickering red light, which stayed fused with a candle within a glass enclosure near some gravestones. This explanation, however, unfortunately leads to unease as we notice a small, veiled figure approaching from the direction of the light. The figure, which is cloaked in a long black morning dress, seemed to glide rather than walk, passing the group in solemn silence. Struck by her presence in the cemetery at such a late hour, Whalen and his friends watched in stunned silence as she passed through the Lebanon Street gate and continued up Lebanon Street. A whispered observation from one of the friends, being she's not touching the ground, confirmed the nature of what they were witnessing, and it was collective. It became apparent that the woman was not walking on the ground, but instead floating above it. This woman continued her path into the Ripley schoolyard, which is next to the cemetery, before disappearing from sight amongst the trees. This sighting left Whalen and his friends profoundly unsettled, with their their speechless exchange underscoring the haunting impact of their encounter. The woman walks the road of bones. In the expansive Siberia of the infamous road of bones leading towards Magadan, the mysterious figure known as the Ghostly Woman has been reported by multiple witnesses to traverse this path. The Road of Bones, a route paved with tragic history of countless Gulag prisoners who lost their lives during its construction, serves as the background for these chilling sightings. The woman, who appears undeterred by the harsh Siberian weather, including the extreme winter cold, walks slowly along this lonely route, refusing any offers of lifts for passing travelers. Eyewitnesses describe the woman as maintaining a steadfast silence, neither seeking help nor responding to the gestures of concerned passerby. The mystery deepens with reports suggesting various origins for this figure, including speculation that her name might be Ludmila and she could be from Kazakhstan, since she's reported to have a Slavic appearance. Despite the attempts by locals and onlookers to uncover her story, the woman remains a mystery, with her intentions and destination still shrouded in mystery as well. Highway Hume Road. In 2007, a strange occurrence on an English highway was documented through CCTV footage, showing a figure running on all fours across the highway. Unlike any typical creature known to the region, the highway humanoid exhibited characteristics both of a human and an animal. The appearance of the highway humanoid, as frozen in still frames from the video, presents a figure with a seemingly human head, body, and limbs, but it moves in a manner that's uncharacteristic of bipedal locomotion. Several theories have been proposed to explain the identity of the highway humanoid. Some suggest it could represent an undiscovered species, lurking unnoticed until now. Others theorized it might be an individual suffering from a severe mental condition, leading to unprecedented physical capabilities, while alternative explanations include misidentified insects of wildlife or a hoax. However, paranormal investigators have largely dismissed the hoax theory, noting the authenticity of the footage through consultations with local authorities responsible for the CCTV systems. Also, something really interesting to add is there was no reaction from passerby. A comment highlighted in the documentation of the highway humanoid points out that vehicles in the vicinity didn't alter their speed or direction in response to the creature's presence. This non-reaction led some to speculate that perhaps such settings might not be entirely uncommon, yet rarely documented to this extent.
Bored with your current job? Need help making a change? Then check out sheetmetal2.org. Right now, there is tons of work in the KC area. No matter what amount of experience you have, we want to talk to you. Training is at no cost to you, and good wages and benefits to start. It's never too late to make a change. Turn your life around with a click and start your new career today. Go to sheetmetal2.org now.
Headless Angel of Portugal. In the summer of 1915, an encounter took place in Portugal involving 4 young shepherdesses and a mysterious being that since been termed the Headless Angel of Portugal. I tried finding some photographs for this, but there isn't really anything, so I apologize for that. But yeah, anyways, this creature was described as resembling a figure like a statue made of snow, which the rays of the sun had turned somewhat transparent, as quoted, and witnesses reported that despite its bright white skin, the entity appeared to lack a head, yet it hovered in the air with no visible means of support, such as wings. Since there's not a lot of information, a lot of theories have come up to try to understand what it is. Various theories have been proposed, like an angelic visitation to maybe a hoax. One of the shepherdesses involved in the encounter, Lucia Abobora, would later become associated with another significant event in Portugal's paranormal history. Basically, in 1917, she was present during the events in Fatima, where an estimated 70,000 people witnessed a hovering disc in the sky. This connection between Lucia and 2 separate, yet equally mysterious events has interested researchers and added some more complexity to understanding these occurrences. Indescribable Lurker of Lantana. In Lantarnam, a region within southeast Wales, an account from before 1813 involves Edward Frank encountering a mysterious entity. Documented in revered Edmund Jones's collection of ghost stories from Monmouthshire County, this encounter unfolds as Frank walks home one evening. He hears and then sees a figure approaching him in the darkness. The figure, described as tall and dark, prompts Frank to demand it to identify itself or move aside, to which the entity disappears. Following this disappearance, Frank experiences a sudden, overwhelming panic, losing all sense of his location. During this state of disorientation, he notices two additional anomalies, described as dun-colored and mouse-like. In an attempt to seek refuge, Frank finds a cow in a nearby field and stays close to it for safety until he perceives the anomalies have vanished. Seeking human assistance and shelter, he approaches the house of an acquaintance. Upon recognizing Frank's distress, the homeowner allows him to stay the night. This episode was shared with Abraham Llewellyn, a religious man and another guest in the house, who later conveyed the story to Reverend Edmund Jones. Jones included Frank's account in his publication, A Relation of Apparitions in Wales, which contributed to the collection of documented paranormal encounters in the region. Pale Stranger on the Promenade. In November to December of 2012, Neville Jacquis, a social worker from Northeast England, and his wife Barbara traveled to Costa Colletta in the Canary Islands for a holiday. One afternoon, though, around 4 p.m., while walking back to their hotel along a promenade situated high on a volcanic rock face by the sea, they encountered a really unusual man about 100 meters ahead of them. This individual was about 6'2" tall and was dressed in a manner that seemed out of place for the setting. He wore a wide-rimmed black hat, dark sunglasses reminiscent of the 1960s, a long-sleeved shirt, a light-colored jumper draped over his shoulders, and long trousers. His appearance was notably distinct because of his extremely pale, almost translucent skin, which initially led Neville and Barbara to believe he was covered in sunblock. As the man approached, though, it became clear that his skin was naturally that pale, contrasting a lot with his surroundings and other people in the area. The man's hands were also really large, with normally lengthy fingers. When he was about 5 feet away from the Jacquis couple, they observed his skin's near translucence, with his sunglasses covering most of his eye area, a narrow and sunken face, and prominent cheekbones and jawline. Neville, who worked with elderly people, estimated the man to be in his 60s based on his appearance. As the ghost stranger passed them though, he turned his head towards Neville and uttered something unintelligible, sounding neither human nor recognizable as any known language, with a weird mix of high and low pitches. Following this encounter, Neville and Barbara didn't attempt to observe where the man went or take a photograph, for reasons they could not explain. The encounter deeply affected Neville, who found himself unable to stop pondering over it and discussing it with Barbara. He felt strongly that the man was not from this world, and that there was something fundamentally off about his clothing and appearance. This experience haunted Neville for the remainder of their holiday, affecting his sleep and leaving a lasting impression on him. This event prompted Neville to later contact Nick Redfern, a researcher of the unexplained, after hearing him discuss the Men in Black on Coast to Coast AM. Neville was startled by the resemblance between the pale man he and Barbara had encountered in the area and an artist's impression of the Men in Black described by Redfern, reinforcing his belief that their encounter was with an entity out of this world. 8 to 9 feet tall, whistling, disfigured humanoid. In May 2020, an unsettling encounter with a disfigured humanoid was reported by a group of friends camping on the Montour Trail in Allegheny County, western Pennsylvania. I tried to look for pictures for this too, but there isn't really anything on the internet for this as well. But yeah, the primary witness and experienced camper and former Boy Scout ventured out to collect wood during their stay, leading to the first in a series of eerie experiences that would culminate in a face-to-face encounter with an unknown entity. camping trip initiated as a cold weather adventure amidst school enclosures took the group to the Pond's campsite on the Montour Trail. Despite the lack of preparedness from his friends, who brought only intoxicants and no camping essentials, the witness took responsibility for maintaining the fire, collecting wood as needed from the surrounding forest. As the evening progressed into night, though, and the group indulged in alcohol and marijuana, the witness made several trips into the woods to gather firewood. During one of these excursions around 12:30 a.m., the witness began to hear an unusual whistling sound, reminiscent of air passing through a snorkel. Initially dismissed as the wind, the sound persisted and seemed to follow him, growing louder and louder and changing directions. Despite this, the witness continued his task, attributing the noise to natural causes. The situation escalated here, though, when, after hearing a loud noise that resembled a falling tree, while finding no evidence of such, the witness decided to head back to the camp. The whistling continued, though, now accompanied by brief flashes of movement, in a sense that the source of the sounds was moving rapidly around him. In an attempt to evade whatever was stalking him, the witness turned off his flashlight and hid under a bush, hoping to avoid detection. While concealed, the witness observed an entity mimicking his posture and actions before revealing its towering form. The humanoid stood significantly taller than the 8-foot-high theater backdrop the witness was familiar with, indicating its height exceeded 9 feet. It possessed long, spindly arms, a disfigured skull, and a jaw that hung unnaturally low. The creature also demonstrated the ability to mimic human speech, merely replicating the witness's voice and those of others, despite the conversations being nonsensical or out of context. Frightened by the humanoid scream, which was compared to the volume and pitch of an F-16 jet, the witness cautiously made his way back to the camp, unsure of the reality of his experience. Upon discussing the event with his friends, they too admitted hearing the scream, but could not identify the source. The following day, the group explored the area where the encounter occurred, noting an unreachable tree branch the entity had leaped onto, and chaotic footprints around the site, suggesting a frantic activity. Despite researching possible explanations, the witnesses could only tentatively compare the creature to descriptions of the Wendigo, a creature known for its tall, skinny appearance and supernatural speed, though the entity encountered lacked antlers. Donald Trump humanoid. The Donald Trump incident, also known as the Cisco Grove encounter, occurred on September 4, 1964, in Cisco Grove, Placer County, California. During a hunting trip with friends, Donald Trump, a 28-year-old bow and arrow hunter, became separated from his group. As night approached, he opted for safety by deciding to sleep in a tree. His ordeal began when he noticed a white light moving through the trees at a low altitude. Mistaking it for a helicopter possibly sent by his friends for his rescue, Trump signaled it with flares. However, as the light approached, he realized it was not a helicopter, but an unidentified, strange-looking object, unlike anything he had ever seen. This realization prompted him to climb back into his tree for safety. The situation then escalated, though, when 3 beings approached the tree where Trump was perched. Among these beings, 2 appeared humanoid, while the third resembled a robot. Panic ensued as they attempted to shake Trump out of the tree. He reported that the robot-like being emitted a white vapor from its mouth, which caused it to lose consciousness. Upon regaining consciousness, Trump attempted to fend off the beings by throwing lighted matches at them, which temporarily deferred their advances. In a bid to protect himself, Trump shot arrows at the beings, noting that hitting the robot resulted in sparks, suggesting a metallic constitution. Despite his efforts, a second robot joined the first, and once again, Trump was incapacitated by the white vapor. Throughout the night, Trump resisted multiple attempts by the humanoid beings to climb the tree and reach him, using various objects to defend himself. The arrival at dawn brought more beings and a large volume of smoke that caused Trump to lose consciousness completely. When Trump finally awoke, he found himself barely hanging onto the tree by his belt, with the aliens being gone. He was eventually found and rescued, reunited with his fellow hunters. Corroborating part of his experience, another member of the hunting party would also become lost, reported sleeping in a phone. The Blue Man of Bad Axe. In the spring of 1958, the small town of Bad Axe, Michigan, became the center of an unusual flurry of reports involving a mysterious entity known as the Blue Man. This series of events started with teenagers driving along country roads at night, only to be startled by a blue, illuminated figure that appeared to move or dance beside them in the darkness, before disappearing as quickly as they had arrived. Reports of encounter with the Blue Man varied, with some witnesses describing the figure as towering over 10 feet tall, while others claiming it was very short and misshapen. Despite these discrepancies, the consensus was clear. The entity was unmistakably blue, with some claiming it glowed or even flashed lights. As the sightings grew more frequent, though, local police took an interest, especially after an incident involving a bus full of Elkton Junior High students who were left terrified by an encounter. An intriguing twist in the story, though, the mystery of the Blue Man was resolved when police apprehended the individual behind the sightings. It was actually revealed to be a prank orchestrated by local youths, involving one dressed in a costume. This costume consisted of long underwear, a high school football helmet covered with styrofoam, large gloves, combat boots, a bedsheet with eye holes, and a button for the mouth. The entire thing was spinach and blue, giving the creature its distinctive appearance. Also, the homemade blinking lights, which was a novelty at the time, were achieved through a custom setup involving a battery pack. The police, upon uncovering the truth behind the Blue Man, responded with a sense of humor, taking a mugshot of the character in costume. This photo remains a humorous footnote in the history of beautiful and cryptid hoaxes, and the pranksters were basically let off with a warning. Burning Man of the Black Forest. The phenomenon of the Burning Man, as it has been recorded from various historical accounts, presents an interesting aspect of paranormal folklore, mainly within the context of humanoid encounters. Among these, the legend of the Burning Man of the Black Forest stands out because of its unique characteristics and the mysterious nature of the entity involved. This account, which is sourced from the HPI Case Files Book 3 by Paul Dale Roberts, draws some parallels